Next set of people are going to even do bigger things. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how life is. That's how it goes. The younger generation always takes it the next
To the
step.
next level.
And that's what's up. So for me, that's how I see it. And I'm really, really happy for many of those guys. And I pray that most of them will not, get carried away. And most of them, I pray that it's not basic type of arrangement.
You ask me where I get all my energy from. From the stage to the studio and to my desk. I am the energy god. And you can be one too.
You're listening to Adeshokwe Live, the Afrobeats podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another edition of Adeshokwe Live, the official Afrobeats podcast. Here in the Afromedia studios in London, where we break down the hot topics of the culture. And sometimes I'm joined in the studio one-on-one to have a little chat with me. As always, we appreciate the subscriptions. Keep those subscriptions coming wherever you get your podcast, YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Click, subscribe, share, listen, watch. We appreciate it. The bigger our platform gets, the more powerful we become, not having to wait on others to promote our culture and our people. As always, this is brought to you by the Energy God Energy Drink. This is my Energy God Energy Drink. Make sure you go onto the website, energygod.com, to click buy, order. We appreciate the support. This is how we elevate ourselves, put money in our own pockets, take advantage of our own culture before others take advantage on our behalf. Anyway, in the studio today is a serious icon. You know, the word legend is thrown around most times nowadays, but with this word and this person, it definitely was the description. Ladies and gentlemen, an icon out of the west side of Africa. Nigeria, to be exact, representing the entire continent. It is the one, the only. Two-face, two-baba.
Oh, drum roll for this.
Listen,
to the mad.
if we don't celebrate our own, others will not know how to celebrate them. My bro,
how are you, man?
I'm great. It's such a pleasure and an honor to see you after
Always a
all
pleasure to
this
see you.
while, looking very young, I might say.
Now, Joro, my brother.
How have you kept yourself so young and fresh like this?
Man, that's a huge compliment. I really appreciate that. But I just do as I did. Like, no film trick involved. I drink plenty water and I mind my business plenty. So I think that's the main concussion.
Absolutely.
But I just did, I just like I just said, in fact, that's the only explanation.
Listen, you've been in the game for a while. You started extremely young, hence why you have seen all these changes in the music industry.
Yeah, fact.
What part now is the one that you really think, if we had these kind of things back in the days when you were kind of struggling to get on as a musician, you would have really taken advantage of that type of change.
Yeah.
What changes
Wow.
now? Yeah.
I think every era has their own problems and limitations and all that. So for me, the awareness, the acceptance is more now. So
Yes.
it's an advantage.
Facts.
Definitely. And it's left for anybody that has what it takes to just go for it.
Absolutely.
There's no excuse no more. And then speaking about that time to change something, I don't will really change anything. The only thing I can do now is just to, keep doing what I do and just, keep appreciating what I've got.
Absolutely.
And appreciating where I stand in the scheme of things and just continue from there. Just today, just do our
they
thing.
go. One of the things that
I really appreciate the love and the spotlight that is on what we were part of.
Facts. Facts.
So the thing, now really, really exciting times.
I was reading something and someone said when they were describing Two-Face, they said one of the first people to actually switch the Nigerian pop sound and elevate it to the next level? I know you've also talked about your reggae influence
Yes,
and
sir.
all the other elements. Looking back now as
Yeah.
Two-Face, what would you say was the most influential genre of music that impacted you as a young musician?
You know, Afrobeat as it is right now, like we don't accept the name. We don't want
Yes,
the,
no fighting
we don't
anymore.
want to drag anything to anybody. Anything where you call her, you know what it is. You know, so for me, is an eclectic collection of everything African.
Facts.
So for me, even from soft rock
Yep.
to hip hop to reggae to dancehall to makossa to highlife to everything is is involved in this sound,
Facts.
and that is why it has this appeal, and that is why it cannot be. If it's just if it's ignorant, it cannot be ignored. It was inevitable. What is happening right now? It's
Absolutely.
inevitable, and I think it's no be play talk to say it don't come to stay. And I think it's the thing that's going to shape the future of music worldwide. There's no argument about that. So for me, all my influences, I still respect them a lot, and they are still part of what's
going on
So
now.
There's no changing of anything.
You mentioned soft rock, and when I'm looking back at some of your albums, Face to Face, Grass to Grace, you had those elements of rock in it. As far back as then,
Yes, sir.
guitars,
Everything, the whole 9 yards, man. Everything.
What was production like back then? Did you used to sit down with the producer and say, I need this, I need that? What was it like working with the early producers?
I will speak for myself, because different people have different
Techniques.
ways of approaching their sound. Some people start with just the beats.
Yep.
Some people start with the lyrics before the melody, before the, but for me, it depends on where I am mentally. So for me, mostly I do my songs alongside the melody and the beats
That has been created.
Yes, before I start working with a producer or whoever. Very few times I hear a beat that I like, then I now write something on that. But most times I actually create everything from the scratch, from the melody to the lyrics to the
step by step, the whole process.
So that's how I do most of my jams. But it comes in different patterns.
forms.
Sometimes not just the melody alone, before lyrics, before the beats, before anything. Sometimes just the beats. Most times beats comes and it just inspires you.
It inspires you to go somewhere. I know with the music that you have been a part of, whether it's Plantation Boys, whether it's just you as a solo musician, you've always been heavy on lyrics, storytelling.
Yeah.
You told stories, whether it's African Queen, whether it's whatever. There's always an element of storytelling. Baby, don't you know that you've always had that strong element of storytelling in your music, whether it's for fun, seriousness, reality. And nowadays, we're seeing an era where some people are trying to be critical that everybody has to have storytelling. You must be able to. What does an OG like you say to the young folks who are killing themselves to think that you have to write something that makes sense?
I mean, man, see, one thing about entertainment is it's the person that is collecting the entertainment. You understand? But one thing about entertainment as well is you as the creator, you also have to enjoy what you do.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? And it translates it's how do they call it? It's how do they call this thing? Say it's contagious.
Yep.
If you feel you get us, the next person will feel them.
Yep.
So for me, entertainment is limitless. There's no box for entertainment. So if you want just the tap table,
See what Amapiano they do now.
Hey, and the next person feel out. That's
all.
entertainment. So for me, it just depends on what you want to put across. And it depends on what you enjoy listening to or what you so you can't force person
to do something or be
you can't force
specific.
person will be saying only Fuji in like to come go listen to what do they call that, rock and roll or country music or you don't fit force person to enjoy something.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
for me, that's what I see. That's how I see it. So for me, there's no limitations for creativity. Just go for it.
I know.
And be good at what you do. That's simple.
Absolutely. I mentioned the fact that we talk about legends and so very easily, but we also have, as an industry and as an audience, we have a short memory where we're quick to forget some of the sacrifices that was that was made by people like yourselves, some of the history that you people created. I'm looking at information like you were the first African to win the MTV Europe Best African Act category as far back as 2005. You picked up your mobile awards as well.
Where we break award.
Where you break where you broke the award.
I feel they break record, they break award.
Exactly. So you have been at the forefront of some of these incredible records that it seems like we forget now. How do you feel as someone that has really, really bled for this culture? Sometimes when we don't mention some of your achievements.
Nobody owes me nothing, man. For me, man, this age, this era is an era of more. Now you be your biggest hype. Now you go hype yourself. Nobody owes me nothing.
Please come close to the mic.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Nobody owe me anything. For me, it's there. It's fact.
Facts.
It's never going away. It's never. It doesn't reduce who I am. If the only thing is, definitely. I appreciate it when people recognize. I definitely. There's nobody that won't appreciate.
Facts.
That, so definitely same with me. I appreciate it when people recognize that, but I don't take it too personal when down at the person ignorance. I don't take it too personal, but sometimes we get to still remind people.
Facts.
And that's my job. That is my team's job. That is some gatekeeper's job. That is, whoever job it be, but it's not. It's nobody owes person anything.
Facts.
Because everybody that comes, they're gonna tell their own story. They're not gonna come and start telling my own story. Every artist that comes up now, even if they get inspiration from me or from anybody, they're gonna use it to
elevate themselves.
And that's their own story, and that's what's up. So for me, what they do, they go,
Absolutely.
And I'll just keep doing my thing. There's no film trick involved. I do my thing.
Absolutely.
People will know, they know.
Well, again,
I will still remind them.
Say their body. Now, one of the great things about you that continuously shows, number one, the talent and ability. Number two, the fact that the audience continues to connect with you and have done that now for decades, is that at every point in time, no matter the generation, no matter the sound, you still are able to connect with a record, with a collaboration.
Yes.
You are able to join any type of flow. And the young artists that are looking for young artists are always looking for a two-phase collaboration. Right now, for any artist, is almost like a Grammy Award. How does that make you feel, and how do you do that where you're able to connect with the different sounds?
I feel very honored. I feel very, very. It feels good. It feels. It let me know that yes, I do something. I do something correct, or I did do something correct.
Facts.
And that's just what it is. That's one of the things that, as human beings, as people that, as people that have been there,
yes,
in any aspect of life, it's always good to see people look up to you in a positive, light, and that is one of the things that we live for. That's one of the things that we cherish. That thing say person fits attribute some growth for their own life.
Facts.
To what
To collaborating with you.
knowingly or unknowingly, impact inside
Yes.
their, So this is a great feeling, and I always appreciate that. I never take it lightly. I did say, a person use my lyrics, I did appreciate. I did not say yes, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely.
A person copy your stuff. Like, yeah, Omo, that's cool. It means say yes, you do something.
Flattery.
Exactly, So for me, I feel honored when that happens, and that's what we live for.
You've talked
Had no
about
idea.
Afrobeats where it is now, and being here to stay the successes that the young ones, your Wizkids, your
Massive.
Burna Boy. What are
Massive.
your thoughts about this great generation of
Massive.
young musicians? Burna Boy, Davido,
it's
Wizkid,
mind-blowing.
Tiwa.
It's mind blowing. I always use one of Biggie's line. It was all a dream. And there's this quote that I saw on Instagram. But one lady was saying, great something when men plant trees that they know that they're not going to enjoy the shade of that tree. It touches me in a deep place. But me, I still dey part of this. So I dey collect my own. No be say, no.
No be say, no.
No be say I don't dey see the shade.
About the current.
I dey collect my own, But like, I'm not as active as I used to be, because of plenty things.
Business and family.
Kids, business, and all that. And definitely, person will the kind pattern we Pele package, be the kind pattern where Ronaldo.
Facts.
In Maradona, the kind
Facts.
package, be the same
Messi.
thing, Messi.
Yeah.
It just keeps going like that.
Yeah.
So the next set of people are going to even do bigger things. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how life is. That's how it goes. The younger generation always takes it
To the
step.
next level.
And that's what's up. So for me, that's how I see it. And I'm really, really happy for many of these guys. And I pray that most of them will not, get carried away. And most of them, I pray that it's not basic type of arrangement. I just pray that they have their deals properly sorted out. And all we see now is not shine today and cry tomorrow. May not be basic type of,
Facts,
what I mean? It
deals.
happens a lot,
Yeah, in the
It
music
looks
business.
very, very flashy from
Absolutely.
here, but at the end of the day, it's all depth and all fun. It's
Yeah,
how they talk.
absolutely.
So I just pray that they have their deals right and all. But what I see today is amazing. And what I'm happy about is it is authentic.
Facts.
It's not diluted. It's
Facts.
not. It is the real deal.
Facts.
No, nobody don't come hijack them.
Facts.
The only people that have hijacked it are the business side.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Because the money people, we don't fit compete to them.
Yeah, they've
The
got
Sonys,
too much money.
they have been there forever.
Yep.
And they've come into the game, and it's big money they are playing with. So that is where I have a little bit of concern. Because when they come in with that kind of money, they kind of dictate who becomes a star, who gets played.
Absolutely, because they can
start deciding those
they
kind
can,
of things.
yes.
And that is where I have this little bit of concern. We have so many independent labels, so many labels coming up across Africa,
Absolutely.
Nigeria, and they are doing very, very serious work. They are doing very, very good, but I hope they don't get
Sidelined by the big
chance.
fishes.
I hope they don't
that
get
have the
chance.
money.
Not chance that they call them.
Absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
I just pray that they get to the highest level not to collaborate. I think that's the best way to go these days.
Yep.
Just collaborate instead of to chance.
Facts.
And I pray that these people see it, and they don't because if they do that, they will spoil the whole thing.
Yep.
They will kill the authenticity of the music.
Yep.
And
And they will
it becomes a
manufacture
mess.
stars.
They will start manufacturing, and that is not good for any creative industry. You know, so for me, I pray that the people that have
Working, doing the
get it.
benefit from it.
Exactly. That's my own.
Absolutely.
The producers, from the fashion
Designers,
guys to
the
the
PR.
to the dance choreographers, to
Absolutely.
everybody that all across the whole chain.
Absolutely.
I pray that everybody that deserves to get it.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
because that's the fear. That's, you know, money they change things. Money they spoil things. Well, money they make things happen. At the same time they spoil things. So I pray that it doesn't get spoiled. That's just my own.
How have you been such a strong businessman throughout all these years that we've never heard any negativity or any stuff about financials? It always felt like you had your business right from the beginning. How did you do it? Was it acquired knowledge, or did you have the right support system from the get-go?
Wow, I think for me, I mean, it has been rough, and it's not it's not been smooth. You know, it's not been a smooth journey. Now up and down they take place. But I think, you know, I had, at least I've been get one small sense of, say, this thing, I'm doing it for the love of it. At the same time, this is my livelihood. This is my bread. This is my, so I did it for all the reasons, you know, all the right reasons. The love, the passion, the money, the fame, the fortune, the everything. I did it for all of it. So I tried to, you know, at least I just tried to be fair with everybody that I dealt with. And then that knowledge, at least I try educate myself halfway. I don't finish the school, but at least I go somewhere. Then I think, like you said, the right people, the right advice, I filter and I think I try to follow the best advice, you know. And so far, I mean, I wouldn't say that I've, you know, made like exactly what I should have made. But I think, you know, I am content. I think I'm.
No. You are very rich, sir. No.
First space.
You are very comfortable, sir.
I try small.
You're very comfortable, sir. You know.
We can still, you know.
Absolutely.
But I know they complain.
Absolutely. Now, in recent times, it's just about decision making when it comes to Two-Face. Making the right move at the right time. We've seen you on Netflix with your missus, joining a brand new show that's also promoting you to a completely different audience and opening a different.
For trouble,
But that's what happens with constant exposure. However, it also puts you right in the middle of the young audience. Netflix is a booming platform over the last couple of years. The reality platform opens different doors. And even if some people see you on that show as Two-Face, they're going to go research the music and research the back catalog. So it changes, it also helps. When you were making the decision, obviously, alongside the missus, was it a difficult one for you to say, I don't want people to see me a lot, but, you know, how did that decision-making go?
Man, I would say, like, you know, I never ever saw myself in a reality TV type thing, you know, never. It's never been something that, I never ever picture myself in a reality type stuff. But you know that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
You got to do something different.
Love and things.
Facts.
You know, but apart from that, you know, I just said, hey, why not? Let's go for it. Let's see. So I just erase all my
fears, perceptions.
Yeah. And I went with the missus, and
I'll be honest with you.
And I've been getting into trouble.
But I'll be honest with you. I think, for me, I think it's a fantastic show. Forget all the sometimes negative press or whatever. I think it's a fantastic show. It also showcases the different variety of talents that we have in different ways, and also
I'm a very real person, but not be this type of real. I be real, actual real person.
you're maybe that's why you get in trouble a little bit.
So the thing,
Is it difficult to be as real as yourself?
it is
on a platform like that.
It is because what I see most times is people trying to act for the camera and create as much
Hype and entertainment.
You understand, but man, me I just shit is in a reality this thing. So just allow me make I
Be myself.
You know, but that's not the case. It's more of
It's enhanced.
It's more of to act in reality.
Yeah.
And for me, I think I say because a reality TV, then not the reality, not the actual person I be supposed to be. But I see that, man. It has to be more of to create another reality for reality. And it's not me, man. It's not me. So I think I'll be very boring.
Listen.
I'll be more. I think I'm one of the most boring person on that house.
Listen, man. Even though you think you are,
but anyhow it be, man.
even though you think you are, you still the little moments that you give has been incredibly.
I can't do more than that.
Has been very entertaining, my brother. I ain't gonna lie.
I can't do more than that.
That's
So
been.
they'll have to manage me like that.
I think you're doing a good job, man. Listen, I think you're doing a good job. One of the other parts that came out to me during the reality show, but outside of that, I've noticed that with you for a while, is you being a father. How important fatherhood is to you. Talk to me about that role and how important your kids and you just being present with your kids. How important is that to a two-face?
Man, many people talk about kids, fatherhood, motherhood, all that whole circle. Many people talk about it with public opinion type of thinking. But it's deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. There's nobody that has the exact blueprint for this thing. And the basic truth of the whole matter is the connection with you and the little ones. There's so many different ways to find it.
Facts.
There's no one rule or one particular way.
Facts.
Way to get up. Me, I just I speak with my kids like say they be my mate. I know they really go that.
Dad, no.
I dey yarn with them like the way I go yarn with my dear friend, my mom, I go like the way I go yarn with as I dey talk.
Facts.
So for me, I get a lot of jabs. I get a lot of people that say stuff about me. People who don't yab me tire. People who don't cuss.
Social media, we don't crease.
People who don't drink.
Social media, we
Don't
don't
drink
know.
Amatem for my own money.
Yeah.
People who don't. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, and sometimes it hurts. Sometimes.
Wow.
Sometimes, no matter how I try to form thick skin, or sometimes some people just come just yarn
rubbish.
Some people say, I just say, what the this person really. It just be like when terrorists go bomb innocent people sometimes.
Absolutely.
And you see, and you start wondering, like, up to today, I never see one of those people where I have not seen any of them the way they were concerned about me having, I have not seen any of them say when school fees time reach. Say they say, this way you go do. I never seen one of them today like this. They talk.
They handle that yourself. But they go to social media, they complain
one
like
person, I never see.
Yeah.
So it just makes me feel like so what is the thing that I did? What's the problem?
Taking care of your responsibility.
What's be the issue? Like if to say I wrong, if I don't even know. If to say I no grief for no know. So what is the issue? What is actually what is the problem? So I sit and I ask those people inside my mind, I ask them and I say, what's be the issue? What's be the problem? What is it? So that's how this thing, your question, that's just how I feel about that whole stuff. Like, just
do you.
There's nothing I can even answer.
Absolutely.
The only thing is question. What is it? What's happen? What's happen? You know. Sometimes you can bring up your child. You just pray that, you know. You just pray that, because that outside influence, that place that is not in your control.
Yep.
That place
that
is
school, that friendship.
Is one of the most important things that you. And that one I pray. We don't pray. May them not just go jam
go
something.
Wrong.
We go. Because you fit talk with them, you fit
do the perfect thing, and then they go out.
You fit, but one tiny encounter somewhere where you don't know about, where no day within your control can just change the trajectory of
God,
everything.
damn.
And that is the only aspect of life that we just pray about, because you don't have any single control over that.
That's
no matter what you do. So that the only place with me, just the pray, say, bam, I will do my best, but man, I beg God,
make it protect
this
them
other
too.
aspect, I beg. Just stay there.
Facts.
And then I try to good so that make my bad no go. Make maybe my bad now go enter Kama. Kama go decide to follow me up in a different through my or through something. You know, so that's just the only thing that it is for me. I'll do my best.
Absolutely.
That's the only thing I can do. I don't know if you do pass with it.
Facts.
And I so life, you know if you do pass it if you do.
You mentioned speaking to your kids and relating to them as your dear friends. We know that you lost a dear friend.
Yeah.
Sound Sultan.
Hey, guy.
A friend that, you know, a couple of weeks before his passing, he was still speaking to me. I kept the chat. And I never knew that he was going through such a difficult... How was the relationship with you and Sound Sultan? We saw a friendship that was more like a brotherhood. And how was that? How has that loss been for you?
Sultan, man. I don't, man. Like this is that one of the shit. That one of the goodest, if I can use that word, one of the goodest people that you can ever come across. An angel. Man. That's the guy. This is I'm like I never believe, I don't even, for a long time I didn't even want to accept that fact, that, and it was just like a joke, like, you know, if you what's happened cold Nigeria, it was too, the diagnosis was late. You know, they were all saying malaria, just give malaria. Like, you go do tests for Nigeria for. I don't want to go into what I can talk about. Because if I be saying I just want to jump person, so I don't even want to go into all that blaming of system or anything.
Sorry about that, man.
Shit.
Yeah, I can imagine, man.
Bad stuff, but you know, he's good.
Absolutely, man.
He's good.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, Sound Sultan.
I know he's good.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And finally,
I know he's good.
Finally, which is the most important thing for Two-Face fans around the world, you're always still making music. You're always still creating. You have all these records that just pop up every single time. This is 2023, How are you feeling about maybe a body of work? Maybe what space are you in musically and creative wise?
Man, like me, I talked before, man. He did, but that one, I don't even feel run from him.
Facts.
I don't even fit. I dey brag these days, say, even if I decide to work, I will still creatively work. You know, sir, but these days, man, they don't provoke me.
Come on, Jacob. They're waking up the lion.
So it's like I've been on some kind of holiday. So right now, I've started bringing some old stuff. I've been doing new stuff. So I'm trying to see what I can bring together and just so I say I'm gonna take this one.
Let's go.
So that I'm gonna no be say. That kind of thing. But I'm very impressed by so many of what I see today. I see so much authenticity. I see so much creativity. I see so much talent, like real, absolute, real music talent. And I'm very, very happy about that.
That's fantastic.
I'm very happy about that. There's so many of them. I can't even.
Absolutely.
The list is endless now. And that's what we want to see.
Bah.
We want to see tight. I don't like to say competition, but But that's the only word we can use.
Absolutely. That's what makes things better. It's not negative. No.
Everybody has a unique thing.
Absolutely.
There's no two artists that, no matter who them be, no matter what it is, their voice sound is still different. They're still different. So for me, I'm so happy about the endless pool of talent that is just popping up. Female, male, any type of thing where they want to identify us or where they want to be us. Too much talent across the whole spectrum.
Facts.
It's too mad. It's so impressive.
Facts.
And the creativity is someday hilarious, someday deep, someday soulful, someday crazy, energetic. Some are mad people. You jigger your system. Some just sad. They go just say, I just say they don't bring this person.
Shout out Omale. Shout out Omale.
Omale has some.
He's
very versatile.
It's the way he enters soul.
That's true. When someone just, someone's just so creative with the way they put their words together. Some are outright entertaining. If you just want to think about anything, put your jam or watch your video. And then some na shower, some na there are plenty different categories, man. Different categories. Some na aura.
That's you said something quickly before we round up now. You put when Odumodu Black and Bella Shmurda were running, you said they were the wisest guys for moving. And I agree.
The cause that they have, there's people. These same people, if they stay and then do their something.
People go, they laugh them again.
Those people, they laugh them pass. Now, those same people go do the same thing pass. I can guarantee you. That those people, where they laugh them, say, why then they wrong? I guarantee you that if they did the opposite, if they
stop to fight or whatever
happened to them, I guarantee you that it's those people
that will criticize
I can swear my unity. Say, now those same people. Not a different set of people. Now those same ones.
Social media.
That's why it's good to just once person don't show himself, don't show say him be idiot. You go also say go idiot.
This one,
the other that's it. Idiot.
Facts. Facts.
So that's why it's good to once those kind of people identify themselves. Maybe you don't happy say at least.
I don't know. Say this one I'm fool.
You don't. You don't have it.
I like that.
So it's good for them to expose themselves. It's crazy how society people tend to want to dictate
what you should be doing.
Exactly. Not be the same thing for everybody. It's not the same cup of for everybody.
Absolutely.
Not be the same thing everybody come here for.
Absolutely.
So let the brave people be brave.
Listen, let the brave people be brave. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the one, the only icon, my brother.
Hey!
Chubaba!
Hey!
Thank you for coming, bro. Thank you,
Chelsea,
bro.
You say you don't try, man.
I appreciate you, bro, man. Thank you.
I've known you for some time.
For years, bro. For
and
years.
you've always been a positive energy person.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
And that's good, and I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yes,
That means so much.
I did see the promotions
Thank you.
and the whole industry. They go soon start to. They're supposed to start to show you the thing where they owe you.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Your flowers get shown. Don't worry yourself.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. And every time I listen to Peruzzi, he reminds me of you so much. Every time.
My man.
Afrobeats podcast.